Hi everyone, my name is Adam, and I'm going to be talking to you today about Pinterest. Pinterest is a great new tool that libraries can be using, but in order to effectively use it, librarians need to put some thought into how they might use it. So first of all, I'd like to talk to you about what Pinterest is, why we might use it, and how we can go about setting up accounts and that kind of thing. First of all, Pinterest is basically a virtual pin board. It's where people can collect and organize content. Usually, that content is visual in nature. A lot of pictures are involved. Um, it's online. Um, so that's basically it. Um, the reason libraries should be using it is because there's 48 million people that are using it currently, and that number is growing. It's the third largest social network online after Facebook and Twitter. Um, and also, it has a natural fit with libraries in that it is all about connecting people with ideas and with each other. So, libraries should definitely be looking into it. How to set up an account, that's just kind of a joke. You can figure it out. Suffice it to say, it's very easy, and there's lots of documentation online on how to do that if you don't know that already, about that already. So, Pinterest is a great tool. It's a popular tool. Libraries can use it for many different reasons. But I see two basic reasons, two overarching reasons why libraries use it. First, they use it to connect with their patrons. They use it for readers' advisory. They use it to engage their users, for marketing, for local collections, archives, that kind of thing, for new content that's being added to the collection, all those kinds of things. I also see separately libraries using it for themselves. Libraries use it to gain ideas about maybe how ideas for story time, that kind of thing. And they also use it to share ideas. They use it for inspiration and for information. These two separate uses of Pinterest for our users and for ourselves should, when we're thinking about using Pinterest, we should note that those things should be separated. Um, it's a great tool. It has a lot of potential. But before we begin, we should be thinking about some things. First of all, the demographics of Pinterest are kind of skewed towards the young. They're mostly women that are using it, and there are certain kind of content that comes up a lot, such as food, on Pinterest. So when we're thinking about what kind of content we might add, we need to be thinking about the demographics that are using it as well. Um, on a broader level, thinking about our audience and our purpose are important, because when we think about who we are trying to reach, what we are trying to do, and how we will go about doing it, when we think about those things, then our pins, our boards, all that kind of stuff, the content will follow more easily. And then finally, I just want to share with you some tips and tricks about using Pinterest. As far as tips go, first of all, probably a very important thing is create original content and create meaningful content. If you are just repinning and liking content, others' content, then you're not creating your own presence online. Social media, we need to remember, is social. You need to engage with your users and interact with them. Make sure that when you're creating a presence online, that you create your own unique library presence and think about what's unique about your library and add that kind of content. As far as a couple technical things, think about having a good image always to go with any pin, and also making sure that after you pin things, that you maintain those pins and make sure that no broken links are created. And finally, probably most importantly, don't realize that you don't have to do this alone. Collaborate with all those. Collaborate with others. There's the follow button. And you can learn a lot just from others already using Pinterest. As far as tricks go, first of all, realize that over 80% of pins are repins. Only repin when you don't have new content to put up, because people don't pay attention to repins as much as original content. Also realize that your timing of when you pin is important. The 3 times that most eyes are looking at the website are around 6 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Also, when pinning, think about not over pinning or under pinning. If you pin too much, then your content will end up on people's feed too many times, and it's basically information overload for them. If you pin too little, then your content won't show up on their feed very much, and they won't see what you are pinning. So at any rate, I hope that this short presentation gave you some things to think about so that you can effectively use Pinterest. Thank you very much, and have a good night.